Hello, everybody. It's Fonz, back with another VOD review. Today, our hero is Vagabond, or otherwise known as Abdelrahman. Abdelrahman. Ramen. Oh, sick hat, bro. Vagabond here has a total of 1,800 hours into the game on his main account and has 700 hours on Yoru alone. So, I already know we're going to be seeing some crazy Yoru clips here. Am I right, Vagabond?
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
Last player standing.
I guess not. So, for you, my friend, you have 3 major points I wanted to talk about. You Util dump like crazy, and it doesn't make any sense when you do it. The second one is, I don't think you have any Yoru tech or any Yoru plays, which is shocking to hear because you have 730 hours on the character, but I'm not seeing you do any good Yoru plays. And the third one is kind of not your fault, but kind of is, and I'll let you decide, but it's not adapting to what your teammates are giving you. And what I mean by that is, or you had a read, you were telling people what needed to happen, and they weren't really following it. Instead of adapting to them because they were being, well, dumb and stupid, you continued to do what you wanted to do, and it kept getting you killed, or it kept getting you no value. But let's dive into the first one, your Util dumps. I'm probably gonna go out of order with these things, but a lot of the things that were happening were like all happening because nobody on your team was watching mid. So in earlier rounds, you were playing on A, you know, you're doing Yoru things, and nobody's playing mid. They always had a lurker coming up mid. Mid was always unwatched, and they kept getting whatever they wanted because of it. They had free access to B, free access to ropes. They would kill somebody in mid, or your lurk player would lurk up through B, get killed, and then they all rotate B through mid. It was just really annoying to watch, and now you kept telling your teammates, someone's gotta play mid, someone's gotta play mid. And then it ended up being you because nobody else wanted to play mid. Now, the way you went about this, in one instance, was good. Every other instance of you going mid was bad. This is one of the good instances, and I'll let it play out.
Cutting through.
My ult's ready.
Actually, now that I remember it, that was it. The rest of the round was very bad. And you're gonna find out why. This instance was good because you went up mid with another person. You guys didn't use any util. That's fine because you're playing a very slow default and these people are just walking anyways. So you guys probably called for it. Now, this is where it gets really bad.
Shielding me.
I'll handle this. Portal closed. Time to jump. I'm back.
Spike planted.
So we push up mid, get a kill. Perfect. Yoru clone through, Yoru clone doesn't see anything. We're burning a flash here. 1, bad flash. 2, we're not even ready to swing off of it. And we swing it anyways. We spotted 2, okay? We know where majority of their team is. Instead of just holding this, we use our ultimate, our info gathering ultimate, to do what? Because here's the thing, you just burned all of your flashes. You burned your clone. You don't have anything to get out of this. Maybe I would excuse it if you had your flash, but you don't. Because now you just used your ultimate. You saw 2 people main. You pull out your ultimate, not even 10 seconds after, 5 seconds after. And you're like, yep, they're still there. I can see them. I popped my ult. Okay, why did we use your ult? Because now your only option is to just go back here and get out. Because now that you don't have any of this utility and your timer's running out, you gotta get out or pop out here and die. And you chose pop out here and die. It was just very unnecessary. So you did a good thing by getting your teammate to take it, but now you're not adapting to what your teammates are giving you, pushing mid alone. And I guarantee you, there's been many times where people, no matter what rank, will push something despite not having any help, get killed, and say, where's my help? You gotta be smarter than this. If you don't have help from your team, because you can't trust them to do things, you're in gold, you shouldn't trust them to do things anyway, you need to play differently. So here's what we do bad. We clone. We flash. We flash again. Get no kill whatsoever. Teleport out. And now, let me see the exact time. And now 12 seconds into the round, we have lost all of our util, except for one teleport. Is that a good use of our utility? No. So you have a hard time adapting to what your teammates are giving you, and you also util dump like crazy. Makes no sense. Util dumping isn't a bad thing. It's only a bad thing when you're doing it for no reason and getting no value out of it. Because you did not need to push down mid like that. All right, you had nobody with you, and you just really didn't need to take that fight. Because now the problem is, bomb's down on B, and we have nothing to retake. Nothing to retake with whatsoever.
My territory, my truth.
مفيش موضوع يعني 120 يعني تخيل انت 30 اتش بي و40 اتش بي.
I think these are subtitles for what he's saying. I really don't know. First of all, if you said this to me in game, I'm swinging. I'm throwing hands. We are fighting. Now, I'll tell you why. First, has nothing to do with your notes. Everything to do with just game sense, being smart, good Valorant players. We don't have B-Sight. And we pull out our knife. There's no reason in a 3v3 situation you need to be pulling your knife out in this area. Because let's say you killed this brimstone and you had your gun out. You had great crosshair placement when you killed this guy. If you had great crosshair placement again with your gun out, you kill this dude, maybe you get on the bomb sooner and maybe we win this round. Also too, you had to retake the site with 0 util. That probably affected the speed at which the retake happened, right? You were 3 seconds off from winning that round, but we had no util to do it. If we have our whole kit or just some of it, maybe that changes the outcome. You can't be getting mad at your teammates for not winning rounds for you, because there's so many things leading up to that that went wrong that we don't really care about or just don't notice because we only remember the outcome. And you do it again the round after too. Ready? I think we're on for a new record here. Yep. Brand new record. I know you had one less flash, but I don't even care. All right. So 35. So it took you 5 seconds this time. Ideally, you don't want to be playing mid as Yoru. I think you know that, okay? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and you're like, I'm filling mid for my teammates because for some reason they don't want to play. Okay, I'm fine with that. But when you adapt, you know, it might be hard to like know what to do. I can understand that. But we got to acknowledge that this is bad. You have expended your kit at the beginning of the round for the 2nd time in a row and gotten 0 value out of it. And your teammates are dying left and right and can't hold the site. You need your util to retake that site. All right, I'm just going to humor myself one more time, and we're going to see what the record is this time. Or if we can hit a record. Okay, now that's 5 seconds again. And you had a flash. See, this time you got a kill, but the flashes did nothing for you. I know, you're just guessing because you're trying to make sure no one's pushing you for market. You did get a kill. You did get spike. Maybe it works out this time. Realistically, in a higher rank, this dude doesn't have the bomb and isn't pushing mid by himself like this. So save your util, please. Now, don't be extremely conservative with it, but make sure everything you use has a purpose. Round after round, we have set our TP somewhere back here, okay? Somewhere in our spawn, which is safe. And you only were using your TP as a repositioning tool instead of a rotation tool or a form of aggression. And I can go round by round here and prove it. Okay, here's one round. It's literally, so we got a reposition tool, which is fine, but you never really changed it up. Here's another one. You put one back sight, whatever. Different round, put it in the same spot. This round, you have it in a pretty bad spot, if I do say so myself. If people were pushing up mid and you had the TP, you're just pretty much already in their line of sight. You get the idea. Like, we got to be changing up how we use this thing. It's a really good way of faking people out, and we're not using it. Now, what sucks is, for me, I'm not a good Yoru player. I don't have any tricks. I don't have really anything to tell you. But what I can tell you is that if you do this, if you go to YouTube here and you type Yoru split VOD, you can watch any video of a pro player or a coach like this guy. This guy right here, he's pretty good. He's pretty popular. There's a reason he's pretty popular. Just pretty good. Any pro player, professional streamer, high rank, watch them, take notes, do what they do. If this is like, so let's say this is just the one map that you don't have anything for, okay? Say you're good on every other map. You just type Euro split VOD, watch what he does, watch how he plays, see how he sets up his TPs, uses his blind, his clone, implement that into your game, and I guarantee you, you will be so much more effective. Some of them can be team plays, some of them are probably solo plays. You gotta know when you can use team plays and when you can't, because with your team, they're not listening, which you did say in your notes. You gotta acknowledge that. And then we gotta adjust how we play because of it. Because if you get into a game and the teammates aren't doing what you want them to do, and you do what you want to do, and everyone's just playing their own game, you're gonna lose. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet, and you kind of gotta play off of them. It sucks, it really does, because as you may know, your teammates aren't the brightest people sometimes. But you either work with them or you don't. And usually when you don't, you lose. And like, I know you have a strong like foundation of what his utility does, but I don't think you really understand what you can actually potentially do. If you start making some plans for yourself, making some plays on certain maps, watching pros, you do all of that easily out of gold. Because your mechanics and your aim is pretty good. And you finished with 23 kills. All right, let's just start focusing more on our game IQ. We start building up our playbook. You'll be golden. I don't care how many hours you've already put into Yoru. But if you haven't spent the time how to learn and optimize the way of playing him, if you haven't done that, it doesn't matter. Just tell me one thing. Do you want to play like this guy?
I'm back left. Blinded. All right. I'm blind.
Or do we want to continue to play like this guy?
My ult's ready. I'll handle this. Molly.
What?
Cutting through.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Very unfortunate, but also very funny. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.